Casters, welcome to the Georgia Shooting Connection Friday Night Live stream. And man, y'all should have seen Andy dancing. He is cutting a rug, boys. That's good stuff. CW, how was your week?
It was quite a week. It was quite a week. Again, it went by really quick, but the last couple of days have been kind of dragging and kind of not so memorable. We had 9/11 this week, and we lost a Patriot this week, and it was an anniversary for me I don't want to talk about. But it wasn't a great week, but I got a bunch of stuff in. I've been on a little bit of a tear with knives. I picked up a couple of knives from a buddy and ordered a couple more and been having fun with that. So I got a couple of videos out. I made a couple of Knife Friday videos, and I think one posted this morning. So having a good time with that. Hillbilly, how was your week? And you're muted, brother.
Let me unmute first. Good week. Warmed up just a little bit around here, but man, we had a good week or two of decent weather, so can't complain. Had a great week. Went out to the range a few times, did some shooting. So anyway, man, got a great side chat out there already. So anyway, Bama Dad, how's your week, brother?
It's been going pretty good. I've decided to take on a new hobby, and all this shooting stuff's kind of getting on my nerves, and guns and everything. I'm kind of getting liberal in my old age, so I found some of these, and I'm gonna start making charm bracelets. But other than that, everything's just been a great week.
Glad to have you here, bud. How about you, Six?
Oh, it was a pretty good week for me. I shot 4 videos for my Wad Cutter Wednesday air gun style. I went to pick up a RCBS bench primer from a guy here local. I found him local just down the street from me. Ended up buying a whole bunch of stuff from him. Stuff I don't even have guns for, so we only have to search for a gun for that. I picked up.
That's the way it goes.
It's a slippery slope.
It was 550 rounds of Remington prime brass, brand spanking new in the box.
Wow.
I don't have a 41 mag, so we may have to look for that. And then I worked out a deal with a friend of mine. I picked up 2 air rifles and over $200 worth of pellets alone for less than one of the guns. And I got 2 guns and all those pellets, so that was a good thing. So
Nice.
you had a good week. How about you, Rebel?
It sort of sucked. Not bad business-wise, but the knee hurting. Like I said, we lost a Patriot this week. 9/11 was this week. I always get kind of bummed out on 9/11 because I watched it live. And anyway, I'll get over it. But other than that, how about you, Kyle?
Oh, man, just living the dream. Work's been a beast, and I still keep showing up and poking the bear. So as long as I can do that, then everything will be all right.
Yep.
Been busy. I'm wearing out my dehydrator. Got a bunch of New Mexican Hatch chilies in, and I've been dehydrating and canning and chopping and cooking. And tomorrow I'm making salsa with what's left of them. And we're going to jar that up and put that down in the storage vat. And, we can have that to eat on during the wintertime, give us a little sense of freshness. Other than that, what's going on with you, Andy?
Well, the weather didn't do me good because my Wednesday off it rained, so no range. So I didn't get to finalize the Rossi test with the Keith style bullet, but I'm sure it's going to work now. Hello to everybody on the side chat. Work's been busy as hell. Not much other than, We didn't need the 2 days of bad news, that's for sure.
That is correct.
Yeah, the day of the 24th remembrance of 9/11 was a tragedy that we can't undo, and we got to keep moving forward. But we did lose a conservative Christian patriot, and who now becomes a martyr for the cause. So um, we would ask that you keep his family in your prayers. And there's Crash. Let me back up here in the comments here for a minute. We got a big congratulations to throw out there if we can find it again.
Find it, Jamie?
No, I was looking for
Yeah, Bucks.
Tackle Fud's comment.
Yeah, this one right here.
Yes, sir. How about we give that new Marine a salute?
Ooh-ah.
Hoorah. Congratulations, Fudd, and congratulations to your grandson. And yeah, and with that, I thought with everything that went on this week, very solemn ceremonies for 9/11, but the assassination of Charlie Kirk was, we think how can something like that happen, and then when you're on the other side of it and you start thinking about it, the way society is evolving, it's kind of hard to it's hard to understand how something like that can happen, but it's hard to understand how it didn't, how it couldn't have. And I mean, they tried to kill President Trump, and,
Multiple times.
yeah, and they did manage to land a kill shot on Charlie Kirk, and so we're coming to you tonight with heavy hearts, and we'll talk about that if y'all want, or if y'all got any questions about guns, ammunition, or reloading, or anything like that. Feel free to throw those out there, and we'll get to them and answer them as we can. But one of the things that this being a gun-centered live stream, I think where we ought to start with is the weapon that was found, and I mean we know guns and we know about guns and I think somebody had a picture of what they called a imported single shot Mauser in 30-06.
But let me go ahead and say this before you keep going, because I know where you're headed. The left is not coming for your grandpa's hunting rifle.
Let me say this in response to that. A kid with an AR-15 nicked President Trump in the ear. A kid with a bolt-action Mauser did what he did. So there's that. And I feel so I feel like we're out of place just talking about it. But
how about them dogs? Just trying to change the subject a little.
You want to share that with us, Hillbilly?
Well, one thing I seen is on one of the bullets, he supposedly had wrote "catch this fascist" or whatever.
Yep.
But then he used a German rifle to assassinate him with.
Yeah, but an American cartridge.
Define
He didn't know what he was
irony.
Yeah.
doing. Yeah.
You know, I had not heard GGW posted it's supposed to be a K98. All I heard was a Mauser in 30-06.
Yeah, it's
Did we know that?
Picture I sent you, James?
Did you email it to me?
Nope. Texted.
Text it.
It's a K98 action. It's had
Yep.
the bolt crudely bent down at a right angle to clear the scope. It might have even been, the picture was kind of rough. It might have even been cut and re-welded. I don't know. But, yeah, Hillbilly, those kids use the word Nazi and fascist like they're two separate things. You know, and it's weird. I'm like, y'all don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And I went and looked at this video, and please, somebody out there, like if you've seen something different than I did, I even like downloaded the video where he jumped off the roof and took off walking. I tried to zoom in on it, and I can't tell that the kid has a rifle on him at all. And
it looks like he didn't show up with a rifle either. Like the rifle was already there.
but then something else I don't understand. I'm not trying to like start conspiracy or nothing. It's just like the way my brain works. When they showed the picture of the rifle they found in the woods, it was in a cardboard box.
That
He
was
damn
the
sure
evidence
didn't have a
box.
cardboard box.
I mean,
That
they
was
said
the
it was
evidence
wrapped in a
box.
towel and put in the woods, but then the picture they showed, so maybe they like took it out of it and then set it in a gun box. I don't
Yes.
know.
Or is that a picture of
the
a
evidence
gun?
box.
Or that may not be a picture of the actual gun. It may just be a picture of
Of a gun.
a gun similar to what
Yeah,
he
that
used.
could be possible too.
Well,
'cause-
it was laying in
They may
the,
not let that out for evidence right now.
it's
Mm,
laying in
I
the
doubt
wooded.
I doubt they're letting people in the news take pictures of it.
It's laying in a wooded area, and it says the actual gun used, the FBI recovered. So, and it's in a FBI, that cardboard box is a FBI evidence box.
okay.
Hobbies ain't
That's what
wrong.
they
They
use.
probably already lost the damn thing.
Because I couldn't, when I did try to research, I couldn't find anything, that said anything about it. So I couldn't tell if it was just a random picture they pulled up or if they supplied the box
Nah.
and put it in there or what.
It was definitely a picture of a Mauser action, but it obviously been rebarreled, like a billion of them were. And
Well, not just that. We know that Mauser made and imported hunting rifles in different calibers.
Mm-hmm.
sure,
Because
Pictures coming your way, Mike.
let me see if I can get this to transfer to my email.
If you see the video of when he was walking to the campus, he was walking with a stiff right leg because he had the gun down his pants leg.
That's what it looked like to me.
Well, that's
Or
what I was
it looked like
wondering.
it could be.
But
He
then
was-
I also thought maybe he hurt his ankle when he jumped off because that was a two-story.
no, that was
drop.
going.
No, we're talking about going to, not coming from. When he was going to, they showed a long video of where he parked his car. He had just parked his car and he was walking through the neighborhood. And he was walking like he had a peg leg.
Oh yeah.
And now when he was coming back, he wasn't walking like that. He was running when he crossed
he was-
behind those.
Yeah. He either had the whole, I don't know if he had the whole rifle in there or he had the action. And then they found
Well,
a
this is what gets
screwdriver
me.
up on the roof.
They're saying
found
that
a
they're showing
screwdriver.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rebel.
They found a screwdriver up on that roof. God knows what he used it for, but he could have used it to put the stock back on the rifle. You know, that's what I was assuming. That he snuck the stock up there at one point, and then he brought the barreled action up there at another point, and that's why he was limping.
Yeah, I seen some pictures just back when he's in high school. Like, for Halloween, he had like a partial Trump costume on. They said his family was conservative,
They're Mormon.
and a couple years in college, something changed in the kid.
Yeah.
I wonder what that could be.
Yep. Oh, that's what they are. That's what they are largely.
So I didn't hear that he was Mormon. Was he a Mormon?
I just heard that one or two times his family was.
They said his
I don't
dad was
know.
a pastor. I don't know. Are there Mormon? I don't know much about the Mormon church, so I don't know if they're considered pastors or.
Yeah, he said his dad called his pastor, and his pastor told him to turn him in. That's what I heard.
His dad is
I also heard that his roommate in college is the one that actually called the tip line and turned him in. So I've heard like 3 different things now. So, it's one of those deals that, I hope like the FBI and all that, they get everything laid out, and transparent with everybody.
I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but any story that'll stick will work. Just run with
it. Yeah.
Yeah, Roomy was probably trying to do a little bit of CYA, seeing as how that boy was texting him, telling him where he was going to pick up the rifle and all this kind of stuff.
So, that's where the text messages were going, was to the roommates?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's a Discord.
There were text messages, and then there was what's that other thing? A lot of people post on
DMs.
No, it's
Discord.
Discord is what they said that he was communicating in.
Yeah,
and which is just
the
another.
Police asked the guy to open up the Discord and show it to him, and they showed it to him. And I mean, the roommate, friend, whatever he was borderline complicit. I mean, he may be looking at charges.
Yeah, I heard that his father was in law enforcement.
Mm-hmm. His father was a county sheriff.
Well, we're hearing different things. We don't.
Yeah, it's all.
You'll hear most everything.
That, like Walt just said, FBI will create whatever truth the most ignorant will believe. That's a very good statement, sir. And that's what we're all about, bringing you the truth.
He rode off on a unicorn.
I think it's important to point out here that we don't make up rumors. We just talk about them after they're out.
We don't make up rumors. We just talk about them until everybody else decides it's the truth.
We're just reporting what we've been told.
You said something about his widow was going to address the nation.
She did. Charlie Kirk's.
It hadn't started yet. I'm on live right now, and she's not started.
Was that something we should simulcast?
I don't know. I mean,
reckon we'd get in trouble for trying it.
This is from Turning Point USA.
Hey, man, it's been a long time since we had a strike.
No, not really. I had one this past week.
I'm talking on this channel.
Probably.
No, my other channel.
Oh yeah,
Well,
they're going crazy.
it wasn't a strike. They just took down a video.
I got a notification that she was speaking, and
Yeah,
She's not on yet.
she hadn't started yet. Jamie, you want me to send you the link, email or what?
Can you put it in the private chat?
No, because it's on my phone.
Yeah, just email it to me.
hang on, let me see if I can get it, Jamie.
Get the Fox News one if it's Fox News, or Turning Point's got their own.
Yeah, it's Turning Point.
I think it was Turning Point. Actually, I got Right Side Broadcasting. Erica Kurt makes her first public address. Hang on, Jamie. I'll send you this. See if that'll work.
On Rumble, I'm on the Charlie
I got
Kirk show. It's live right now, but nothing's happening.
Yeah, she ain't.
Jamie, I just put it in the private chat.
She's just walked up to the podium.
To Point USA.
Well, if I can get done with this spinning circle.
She just walked up to the podium, so.
Charlie Kirk is my husband. First time whole state.
Did y'all already send him a link?
I sent him one on Turning Point, but it's not running yet. Yeah, it is.
Hang on, I got it right here. Hang on.
Good evening. My name is Erica Kirk. Charlie Kirk is my
All right,
husband.
turn everything off.
I'm trying. Hang
I
on.
first want to thank
Stop.
the local,
Stop.
state, and federal law enforcement
And the police who acted
Stop.
bravely to make sure that there were no other victims on that terrible afternoon. I want to thank the officers who have protected our Turning Point USA family these past 2 days. And I want to thank the Turning Point USA board, the COO, Justin Strife, and my husband's chief of staff, the amazing Mikey McCoy, for all their work in these terrible days to be the stability for our family and for the wider Turning Point USA family as well. My heart is with every one of my husband's employees who lost a friend and a mentor. I want to thank the staffers of his amazing Charlie Kirk show, who helped him broadcast from this studio, this chair. Every day he loved it. He loved what he did. I want to thank the millions of people who have shown their love for Charlie here in Phoenix, across America, and worldwide. I want to thank my husband's dear friend, Vice President Vance, and his phenomenal wife, Usha, for their love and support. You guys honored my husband so well, bringing him home. You both are tremendous. I want to thank President Trump and his incredible family for the same. Mr. President, my husband loved you. And he knew that you loved him too. He did. Your friendship was amazing. You supported him so well, as did he for you. 2 days ago, my husband, Charlie, went to see the face of his Savior and his God. Charlie always said that when he was gone, he wanted to be remembered for his courage and for his faith. And one of the final conversations that he had on this earth, my husband witnessed for his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now and for all eternity, he will stand at his Savior's side wearing the glorious crown of a martyr. Charlie loved life. He loved his life. He loved America. He loved nature, which helped him always bring him closer to God. He loved the Chicago Cubs. And my goodness, did he love the Oregon Ducks. Want me to say go Ducks, so I have to since they play on Saturday. So go Ducks. But most of all, Charlie loved his children. And he loved me with all of his heart. And I knew that. Every day I knew that. He made sure I knew that every day. Every day he would ask me, how can I serve you better? How can I be a better husband? How can I be a better father? Every day. Every day. Such a good man. He still is a good man. He was the perfect father. He was the perfect husband. Charlie always believed that God's design for marriage and the family was absolutely amazing, and it is. It is, and it was the greatest joy of his life. And over, he would tell all these young people to come and find their future spouse, become wives and husbands and parents. And the reason why is because he wanted you all to experience what he had and still has. He wanted everyone to bring heaven into this earth through love and joy that comes from raising a family. It's beautiful. Charlie always said that if he ever ran for office, I know a lot of you asked if he ever was going to, but privately he told me if he ever did run for office that his top priority would be to revive the American family. That was his priority. One of Charlie's favorite Bible verses was Ephesians 5, verse 25. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. My husband laid down his life for me, for our nation, for our children. He showed the ultimate and true covenantal love. I will never, ever have the words to describe the loss that I feel in my heart. I honestly have no idea what any of this means. I know that God does, but I don't. But Charlie, baby, I know you do too. I know you do. So does our Lord. And our world is filled with evil. But our God, you guys, our God is so good. He's so incredibly good. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. Already I have seen the worldwide outpouring of love for my husband. I've heard the testimonies from people my husband inspired to get married, to start families, to seek out a relationship with God. It's the most important one of all. The evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love. But they should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country. In this world, you have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry. To everyone listening tonight across America, the movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. It will not die. All of us will refuse to let that happen. No one will ever forget my husband's name, and I will make sure of it. It will become stronger, bolder, louder, and greater than ever. My husband's mission will not end, not even for a moment. And one of Charlie's greatest talents was his ability, this phenomenal ability to choose great people to follow him. He could always find the ones who could handle any setback. And it's almost like he knew. He could see it in you. Even when you couldn't see it in yourself, he just knew. He knew you could handle it. You thought you only had 5% left, and he knew you had 15. He knew you were ready to go that extra mile even when you didn't. He always challenged people around him to work harder and to be better. He never gave up. And I love knowing that one of his mottos was never surrender. So I want to tell you that we'll never surrender. We never will. Ever. Ever. Our campus tour this fall will continue. There will be even more tours in the years to come. America Fest here in Phoenix this December will go on. It will be greater than ever. The radio and podcast show that he was so proud of will go on. And in a world filled with chaos, doubt, and uncertainty, my husband's voice will remain. And it will ring out louder and more clearly than ever. And his wisdom will endure. My favorite too, but my husband's favorite word in the English language was earn. He would call all of you to be people of action who earn the future America deserves. So to all of the young people who felt inspired by my husband's faith and hard work, all of you already know what Charlie would want you to do. You know. You know. If you're in high school or if you're in college, go find your local Turning Point USA chapter. Join it. Stay involved. He wants you to make a difference. And you can. You can. The movement's not going anywhere, and it will only grow stronger when you join it. There isn't a chapter. You can't find one, then start one. There is no excuse. You can start one. And as my husband used to say in this room, every single day, if you want to get involved, the best way you can do that is going to tpusa.com. That's what he would say every day from this chair. Every single day. I watched his show every day, and he would always say, if you want to get involved, go to tpusa.com. If you're a pastor, join our movement at TPUSA Faith. And if you're a parent, I highly recommend that you come to America Fest in December. Sign up right now for that because we would love to see you. I would love to see you. Charlie would. He'll be there. He'll be there in spirit. Bring your kids, bring your family. But most important of all, if you aren't a member of a church, I beg you to join one. A Bible-believing church. Our battle is not simply a political one. Above all, it is spiritual. It is spiritual. The spiritual warfare is palpable. Charlie loved his Savior with all of his heart, and he wanted every one of you to know him too. He wanted everyone to know that if they confess the Lord Jesus Christ who rose from the dead, then they will be saved. Hear me when I say this. Nobody is ever too young to know the gospel. Nobody. Nobody is ever too young to get involved with saving this beautiful country. This country my husband loved and still loves. And nobody is ever too old either. There's no age limit. I know my husband is still here. He's watching over us. I don't remember the last time I slept. I couldn't sleep last night. And Charlie, baby. Charlie, I promise I will never let your legacy die, baby. I won't. I promise I'll make Turning Point USA the biggest thing that this nation has ever seen. I promise. Charlie, I love you. I love you, baby. Rest in the arms of our Lord as he blankets you with the words I know your heart always strived to hear. Well done, my good and faithful servant. When I got home last night, Gigi, our daughter, just ran into my arms. And I talked to her and she said, Mommy, I missed you. I said, I miss you too, baby. She goes, where's Daddy? What do you tell a 3-year-old? She's 3. I said, baby, Daddy loves you so much. Don't you worry. He's on a work trip with Jesus, so he can afford your blueberry budget. And my goodness, am I so humbled to witness, Charlie, you alongside Jesus right now, doing what you always want to do, baby. Making heaven crowded, right? That's what it's all about. Making heaven crowded. I can't wait to see you again one day. Thank you all again who love my husband, who supported him, who wrote him an email every single day during his radio show. He read all of them. All of them. God bless you all. And may God bless America.
Wow, how do you do that? That was a blessing, y'all.
Yeah, it was.
I guess that's the most important. Well, it's definitely the most important thing that we can decision that we can make is to be a Christ follower and secure our eternity with a relationship with the Father through Him. And,
She just realized how more powerful than baking.
that's a fact. Walks. I'm hoping. Yeah. I'm hoping that the Lord will raise somebody up in His stead, and Mr.
Actually,
Pollard,
I think there's going to be thousands more just like him that stand up and say, you know, you can't silence us.
I hope so.
yeah, she's a good woman, or she sure seems to be. And I gotta admire her for getting on there and speaking like she did so soon after that happened.
That's a strong woman right there.
Well, I've done a few funerals in my days, and the preparation for it is exhaustive. and the actual presentation of the message is incredibly strenuous. I just pray that she had some good people working with her to come up with those words.
Well, I really hope that, this definitely was, with her speaking, her heart, and with the support of, Christ and the Holy Spirit. I had to speak at my grandmother's funeral, and I was a wreck. And I prayed and prayed and prayed. When I stood up in front of the, congregation and went to speak, I don't remember what I said. The good Lord took over. And, hopefully, in her case, that's, I can't even imagine having to do what she just did. So hopefully it's definitely, the good Lord guiding her. And
I think it was fairly essential for the survival of Turning Point USA, and I'm sure God gave her the strength. Terry's Reloading says she's a rider.
if I'm not mistaken, she's also like Miss Arizona. Because not a lot of people know this, but like Charlie had a like somebody like that first started with him, and I heard him speak the other day, and he was tore up, pretty bad. But then they got talking about Charlie and the fun times, and she was actually at an event or something like that, or invited to the event at, if I'm not getting this wrong, if I heard it correctly, as Miss Arizona or something like that. And he said, first time Charlie laid eyes on her, he knew that, Charlie said, look at that beautiful girl or something like that, and I think it was quite a while after that they got married.
So he was pretty much smitten. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah. From what I understand, yeah.
Apparently she was too.
And I'd also like to point out that he started this at 18 years old, doing cold calls in his parents' garage, and died of 31 to 32. I think his birthday was coming soon.
Coming up in the 14th, I think, next month.
Yeah. And so basically, 13 years? This man had touched so many people in 14 years of his life that we could only hope that we could do that, in our entire life, as a Christian, and without anger and without foul words.
Miss Arizona USA 2012. Miss USA 2012.
Okay.
All right then.
Yeah, she held both.
Which is different from Miss America, right? Two different.
I believe I quit watching after he took the swimsuit out. I didn't mean to think that out loud, sir.
That was funny. That was funny. Thank you for the jovial interjection. That was great.
If I may share something with you, I'll find it.
Oh, Mike, that was epic timing. That was great.
That's what he does. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 is known as the love chapter. And I wanna read just a little bit of this. Though I speak with the tongue of men and of angels, but have not love, I have become sounding brass or a clinging cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, but have not love, it profits me nothing. What that's telling us is it doesn't matter how much you know, and it doesn't matter how well you orate the gospel of Jesus Christ or any other matter that you choose to speak on. If you don't do it tempered through the love of God, there's no way that you can get the point to your listeners the way God wants you to, because you become bitter, you can become nasty, and you can lose your temper when that's what was so amazing to me about Charlie, is that he could stand up there and be bashed. I mean, literally bashed, called names, and he never lost his temper, and he always was about sharing the gospel in a loving way. And that to me is the mark of a true Christian and the mark of a man that's got his emotions in check. He's put his emotions aside, and he's working his calling.
Yeah. I remember watching one video when he's in, big crowd of college kids. And one kid was back there with a bullhorn, like yelling some stuff. And Charlie said, told him, he's like, hey, you don't need that bullhorn. Come on up here, cut in front of the line. We'll give you your voice. You don't need that bullhorn. You can have your voice right here. And so many times I think a lot of people would have said, security, can you get him out here or whatever, but hey, Walter, buddy,
how we doing, guys?
We watched Ms. Kirk speak together, and we simulcasted on the chat.
Good Lord.
Weren't me.
Yeah, it's 6. He's got, I think, a TV in the background, I believe.
He's muted.
Yeah,
It wasn't him.
No, I muted him because I could see the audio bars.
About to say, I've got a sleeping German Shepherd next to me.
Anybody else got anything to say?
All I have to say is good evening, Walter.
Good evening, my friends.
How was your week, brother?
I had a good week until, Wednesday.
Yeah, until it was
bad day around the park there. But other than that, good. Got to the range, shot some good stuff, and got some loading done. Got some new molds from NOE in the mail this week, and I got one of them casted up yesterday that'll eventually make it to one of the shows or the other, and a couple more that are on standby there. So that was good. I was glad to be able to help him out and get a couple of new molds there, but had fun time with that. Remember last week I was telling you about that 41 mag load that I did that got a little bit too spicy, and I was shooting them out of the Smith & Wesson, and they started getting kind of hot, and I said I think I had a little bit of a ladder going on with Blue Dot, and the Lyman 4th edition Cast Bullet Handbook does not list Blue Dot for anything.
Blue Dot is a big no-no in 41 Magnum in most.
And so I looked at it because there's nothing there in the
You didn't
fourth.
hear me telling you when I was watching the video a day later. I don't.
It was a day later. Yeah. Anyway, and so I go back into the 3rd edition, and Blue Dot's listed for every 41 mag, and so there's something going on here. Somebody found something out, so I was, well, let's go find out. And so I shot them. I brought the heavy ones home. I tried pulling them. I don't know about you guys, but this was like 3 or 4 times fired Starline brass, and after a while that stuff starts to weaken up a little because I don't anneal anything, and they don't want to hold, so they want to jump crimp a little bit. So I had them crimp pretty good. They were powder coated. I couldn't get them out. Well, I got 3 out of them out with a kinetic hammer after Lizzie Borden, 40 whacks. And
so
now
somebody FAFO'd, and so did you.
Yeah, so I said I'm going to shoot him. I took the Ruger Blackhawk out, and it handled them, but boy oh boy, they were pushing. It was a 240 grain bullet pushing 1,500 feet per second out of a 41 mag. So that's getting up into 44 mag territory. And I said, I'm not going to use that.
And now you're wearing one of these.
It was like one of those. Boom! Guys next to me going, what is that? And I said, it's a 22.
Now you're wearing one of these. Yes, I understand.
It was fun though. Anyway, nobody got hurt. Guns came home safe.
There you go.
Anyway, but I will not be using Blue Dot anymore. At least not with those loads. Holy moly! So anyway, that was my fun day at the range. Some days are better than others. Standard deviation was good on them though, just like 6 or something.
Yeah, Blue Dot gets spicy in the Magnums. It's not a lot different in the 44. I don't use it in the 45 Colt anymore, but I tell you, it's one of my favorites in 357. My favorite load is with Blue Dot, and it's spicy. It's moving. It is.
Yeah, those cases were a little. They weren't hard to extract, but they didn't fall out of that chamber either. I had to push them out.
It's like Blue Dot gives you a snap when you pull the trigger, like accurate number 7 gives you a here it comes, okay, here we go.
Yeah, that's more like unique will kind of give you a push more than a snap.
Yeah. Blue Dot's got a whip to it, and all the other ones has just got a okay.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting, but. Lessons learned. Now I know why Lyman doesn't list Blue Dot in their current edition. So somebody found something out and complained or said, you guys are full of prunes or something because they took it off their listing for all the 41 mag.
Yeah, I understand.
They only have 3 of them in there anyway, but they don't list it at all. At least for the cast bullets. I never
hold
looked
that
for the others.
thought, Walter, and help me out here, brother.
Mm-hmm.
We were watching Ms. Kirk at the bottom of the hour, so we have still not called out the side chat yet, and we kind of need something for them to type in, and I think you were just talking about it.
Blue Dot.
Well, I was going to say
we already had a call on that.
I was just going to say, how about Charlie?
Yeah, Charlie was the call.
Done deal.
Let's do that.
Bada bing, bada pow.
I was thinking 41, but Charlie's even more better.
Yeah, Charlie was the call.
If I think if we were going to use a number tonight, it probably should have been 47, right?
Yeah.
Guys, I apologize for not calling y'all out at the bottom of the hour like we usually do. But Kyle,
we had extenuating circumstances.
Yes, we did. Kyle was first. He's in the panel and the side chat. So is Bama Dad. So is Texas 6. So is Andy 79Z28 with his lovely picture of Festus and the duckies in the bubble bath. Man, I hadn't had a bubble bath in so long.
I think it's been about 40 years for me.
Yeah, so we got crashes
I think
out.
you took another one then.
Mike the Rebel Hester is also in the panel. In the side chat, Walks Fletcher is out there. James Pugh, Abigail Finnegan, GGW Outdoors is out there. Go Dogs. James Pollard, Fluffy, 10mm Jeep Guy, Bobby Barlow, Edward Petty, Tactical Fud, Terry's Reloading, Dwayne, 7834. Hillbilly Up is also on the panel in the side chat. Ron 2A Matters, Alaska 1, Andy. And I think we're up to date. Yeah, that ring around the tub will be a problem. So I like that hashtag, Hillbilly. Something we need to know about that.
Yep. I've been seeing that quite a bit the last day or so in other chats and stuff.
Yeah. Officer Tatum got a shirt that says "I am Charlie." He's got them for sale on his website, and all the proceeds go back to Charlie's family.
And there's several GoFundMe's or Go Seek Send or whatever that is. You know, there's a lot of fundraisers out there that we're able to give to help Charlie's family. But also there's a kind of a member of our community. Y'all remember Dave Matheson, however you pronounce his name, the guy that the machinist that made the gas check makers?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There's a fundraiser out there for him too because they lost everything in a hurricane.
Oh boy.
And,
what was his YouTube channel name?
I don't know.
Madison Machine Works, I think. It's MATTESON. Jamie, did they lose it? Is this because about 3 years ago they lost everything in a hurricane?
Was it Psycho Clown?
No.
Okay.
No. Bama Dad won a gas check maker and sent it to me. And I appreciate that very much. But Ricky Baird bought one. I think CW got one from him as well.
Yes, I do. A couple of them.
We should probably do something to try to help them out. But yeah, it's been quite a while. But I think they were starting to rebuild, and they got hit by another one. And,
jeez.
Dave's been hurt, and he's hurt his back, and he's out of work. And then his wife is unable to work, and he's kind of taking care of her too. So,
yeah, we need them in good shape. He's working on something for all of us would like to have. He's working on press to press out your own primer cups.
Look at that note right there from our brother Andy. You want to tell us a little bit about that, Andy? You're muted, brother.
It was on the news and it's on YouTube. Supposedly, he donated to the family enough money to pay for any bills they personally had, the house, etc., all that stuff, and the kids' future education.
Wow.
Nice.
That is awesome.
And look, Charlie wasn't destitute. I mean, I still think, give because we loved him, but, he was estimated at a little over $5 million. So he wasn't destitute.
Uh-oh. We got sighting.
No. Not again.
Says no hay today, guys. I am.
Hold on, let me mute my speakers. Y'all go ahead.
Okay. We'll respect that, Mario.
We will, but hey, anyway, brother, we love you.
Yep.
We love you, brother.
And we all are heartbroken for Charlie. And we've got New Tex I Can is out there as well. and I would. Y'all saw it. He's talking about making a video.
Uh-oh.
So let's hold his feet to the fire.
Well, we'll see. We got it in writing though. I want to make a picture of that.
Yeah, do a screenshot.
Yeah, take a screenshot. Yeah.
Yep, I just did with a timestamp. It's got the timestamp.
Can I ask a question on the panel?
Sure.
Mr. Walter, I believe his name is Mike at NOE. What moles does he have left?
Oh, it would be Al.
Al. It's
Al at NOE. Yeah.
Al.
There's not a whole lot left there. If
Nope.
you go to his website and there's a little search, the little magnifying glass thing, and
I
do
believe the sale's over.
Yeah, or hit the shop menu and then go select a caliber, or I think he lists his by cast diameter.
Diameter, yeah.
Like 0.413 or whatever, and then go look there. If all you see is a couple of nose punches, then he doesn't have that one anymore.
Gotcha.
So he does have a few left still, and I think they're still selling. What they got. I know he'd like to get rid of everything, but there isn't.
Right, I was just trying
There's
to
not a
help
whole
him
lot.
out.
Yeah, you have to kind of go poke around and see what he's got left. So.
I got one of mine in this week, and I got another one that's due in Monday.
Yeah, it's taken them a couple weeks.
Yeah.
From order to ship.
It was over a month for my last order.
Yeah.
That I ordered in, and I think Ricky's going a little longer than that.
That Elmer Keith mold, it took me, it was about 3 weeks, but I mean, it came in beautiful, and all I did was heat it up on the stove and just run it through about 2 heat cycles, and we were casting.
Yeah.
Whether it was hollow points or flat nose or whatever, I mean, it was going.
I don't know. When I ordered my mold, it was like 3 days after, or 4 days after he announced it. I had it 5 days later.
Yeah, my first one like that was right away.
There was a post that there was a sickness or something, so he was about 5-10 days behind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my first mold from them was really quick. The Keith one was a little delayed. I think he had to make it.
Yeah. Oh, could be. Yeah. I was happy. I mean, the sale was tremendous.
Yeah.
And I got molds that I got molds that I could actually use, and I got two more wad cutters for Wad Cutter Wednesday. So and
give me something to wake up to, brother. Give me something to wake up to.
Yeah, and one of them was a brass mold, and I'd never had a brass mold from him. I didn't have that many. I think I only had 4 of his molds before. Now I've got 8, so we're up there.
Well, the two that I got that came in that I ordered last back in August were 350. Both of them 454s. One was a 350 round flat, and the other was a wad cutter. And
right.
it's a nice looking. It's a Type 3. It's a nice looking wad cutter. 265 or 264 grains is what it's called at. Did you get that one, Walter? Or did you get the other one? 45. 45. Didn't you?
Yeah, I got one for 45. I got one for 44 and one for 45. Those were the 2 wad cutters. The other one I got's not a wad cutter.
So I bet you got the other one.
Yeah, it's a little smaller.
Yeah, it's a nice looking bullet.
Mm-hmm.
I did a video. It'll be up next month.
The brass one I got was for the 44 special or mag, whatever you want to shoot them in, and it looked a lot like that one that you had, as far as the profile goes.
Yeah,
interesting one.
Speaking of 45s, Jamie, did you see that new Smith & Wesson lever gun that I sent you a picture of?
I did see that.
That might be in my future.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I ordered 2 of those molds. They're air gun molds though. They were designed by Bob Stern, and I bought 2 of them. I didn't even have guns for, so this week I bought 2 guns for it.
That's how you do it, right?
That's
Now
how I
I
ended
got
up getting into
now I
44
got all that
Magnum.
brass I got to get a gun for.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna like
I saw this
41's nice.
I saw this post from Smith & Wesson. It's their new model 1854 Stealth Hunter, chambered in 4570. That's a slick looking rifle.
I bet.
Jamie, you got a picture, or you want me to show it?
You can show it.
All right.
I heard of somebody else recently that bought a whole bunch of brass for a firearm he don't own either.
I don't know if y'all can see this.
That's good looking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
loop.
sexy.
Yeah.
Stealth
Got a
Hunter.
rail on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, rail across the top.
Yep.
Big rail or something like that. Yep.
Nice little short barrel. That thing looks good to me.
It's real
I don't have
stiff
a
until you pull that
4570. I
trigger.
don't have any molds for a 4570. I don't have any dies. I don't have any brass. I don't have anything. But that's a good looking gun. I like it.
Yeah.
4570 is a nice one. I have an 18, a 22, a 24, and a 28.
Jesus.
It's a nice caliber. It's not too voicey. It's not too, it's a nice caliber. You load it mild to wild.
Yeah. I've only got one. I haven't shot it in 3 or 4 years. I need to, mine's the Henry lever gun. But like I said, I haven't shot it in probably 4 years. I need to drag that sucker out and go break my shoulder or something with it.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I shot my grandfather's lever action 4570 when I was like about 15, I believe. Because I was like, they told me so it kicks. I'm like, I'm man enough to do that. I ain't never shot one since then.
Yeah. Well, it's like Brian was saying, you can load them up or load them down, and the cartridge itself, will function out, particularly out of a lever gun, just about whatever you want. I mean, you can load it down to 45 Colt levels.
Yeah, you can put dirt in the damn thing instead of gunpowder, and it'll still go off.
For years at deer camp, I used to bring a single shot H&R 4570, and I tell you, I think most everybody in that deer camp used that rifle one time or another. And it was just really nice out in the rain and the snow and the whatever. You didn't have to worry about anything because it was just an inexpensive rifle, and it shot really good. I had it loaded up with 400 grain spear soft points at about 1,600 feet per second. So it was heavier than factory, but factory is about 13. 405 is about 13. So it was a little heavier than factory, but it wasn't enough to really belch you. And it worked really good, shot really good.
Everybody knocks on H&R. It's not a bad company. I've got a couple of single shot rifles from them, and pump. Actually, I got 3 pump 12 gauges from them. They're 870 clones.
Yeah.
Anything that you can buy for an 870 will fit it. But I was happy with the factory stuff. And
say good night to Andy before he takes off.
Good night, Andy.
Good night, everyone.
Oh, Andy,
Good night, buddy.
Thanks for being here, Andy.
There's a
Good night,
stranger
brother.
in the side chat too, Bubba Triclops. I was thinking of him the other day, wondering how he's doing. We hadn't heard from him in quite a while.
Right. I hadn't seen him in a minute.
Yeah, and somebody slipped in the back door here. Who's that guy down in the corner there?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Andy didn't shut the back door, did he?
Oh, look, wandered right in. Look at, he's set right down. He looks like he's comfortable.
Let's hope he's not too comfortable.
How you doing, Mark?
How was your week, sir?
Are you muted?
He's too busy clicking. He's not muted. He's just not talking.
No.
How was my week?
No. Maybe he's got an issue.
Other
Oh,
Mark.
no.
Oh, no. Come again when you can't stay so long, Mark. I mean, really.
Hope it wasn't something I said.
Yeah.
Was it because I called him sir?
Probably.
No.
Kyle, you'll love 4570 as a deer rifle, though. It kills.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I love 35 Remington as a deer rifle. I've killed more deer with a 35 Remington than I have anything else.
Yeah, but
There
a
you
35 ain't as good as a 45.
Well, why don't they have a 5570?
Hello, Mark. How are you doing, brother?
Because we can't afford it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah.
It's pretty weird. I can see myself on the show on my phone, but I can't see myself. It's still showing me being backstage.
No, you're here,
Interesting.
buddy.
You're
Well,
not.
you're really here. It's not a it's not
Yeah.
a conspiracy. You're really here.
Good Lord, Walter. When you tilt your head down like that, I get Minecraft relapses.
Get the chess pieces out, and we'll have us again.
Good Lord. I'm
Go ahead.
pixelated. Pixelated.
And
I'm pixelated.
I love the hat, man. That's awesome.
Okay, 1 second, fellas. We got Bubba Triclops is out there. Hey, Bubba, thanks for being here, brother. GGW Outdoors asked, does anybody reload 22 arc? And I think Rebel, do you load 6mm arc? Is that what we shot?
No, I shoot I load a 6.5 Grendel. Somebody had I think CW had a 6mm arc.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You good now, Mark?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can see myself in both screens now.
Perfect.
Cool. Yeah.
You were fine the other way. I don't know what was going on.
Well, it
But
wasn't
if-
showing me it kept showing me in the backstage, and I never popped up on the screen, but I could see myself on the show, and then it would go a couple seconds, and it would say something was wrong, and pull me out again.
Dang, that's interesting.
Yeah, weird.
Wonderful world of computers, huh?
Yeah.
Buddy.
Well, thanks for having me. Glad to be here. Sorry I'm a little bit late.
Yeah, I was late too. Oh no.
Wow.
Oh, Mark. Meantime, on a related note, I tried to log in over on MP molds over in Slovenia, and a big splash screen comes up and says, "We're not shipping to the U.S. until we figure out how to handle the tariffs."
Oh,
He's
good.
working on it. He's working on it, but he doesn't know how to add the difference in funds in or whatever he's got to do. They're still trying to figure that out. So he said, "You guys are on hold for now."
Well, that tells me it's a very small company, which I do have one or two of their molds. It tells me it's a very small company.
They are. Yeah, they're small.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's just CNC machines them by himself, I think. I don't think he's got
Yeah,
anybody else.
I don't even
Right.
know if he has employees. If he does,
Right.
it's like somebody in the front office, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
But they are high quality.
Yeah,
Some of the best, I think. I like them,
I think so too. I got
especially his hollow point design. Hollow point design's
it's
the best.
better than
Yeah, he's
almost
got
any.
the best hollow point design out
Yeah.
there.
We can't say that because we have Mr. Six on the panel.
Mr. Hollow Point makes a really, really nice design, but they're
Mhm.
quite costly.
Yeah. Well, and
They're
the
good.
MPs aren't horrid, but they're up there too. You know, they're. Although he's had a lot of sales in the last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about the best, you know, the best you can get for a hollow point mold design wise.
Mhm.
There you go, GGW. Andy reloaded some 22 arc.
I tell you, I like the idea of it. I think it's got a lot going for it. I just personally don't have a use for a hot, you know, heavy bullet shooting 22. I mean, I love that little case, that little 6 arc case, and the 22 Grendel. I want a 338 arc in the worst way, but I don't know. I just don't really have a use for that 22 arc, so I don't have one. Otherwise, I would have two more mini rifles, and one would be a 338, one would be a 22. It's a nice little case, nice little cartridge.
That'd be another groundhog gun for me, but you know, I don't know. We'll see.
The
I
223 is
thought I was over getting new calibers, but I saw that Smith & Wesson 4570. I'm like, man, that sucker looks neat.
It
just
does.
looks fun. It looks fun.
I think you ought to go for it.
Oh,
Get
come
the
on.
gun. Next year you can get the dies, and the year after that you can get the brass, and then in about 3 years you can go shoot it.
That's about the way it works. That's how the 44 caliber evolved for me. I got the molds, and then I was gifted some brass, and then I bought some guns, and now I enjoy the heck out of it.
Well, Mark's restarts trying.
Crash says, do it.
Yeah, I agree. I'd love to see you get a new gun and get out and have some fun.
I'd love to see everybody get a new gun and get out and have some fun.
Well, yeah, but you especially, my friend.
Oh,
But
come on.
Kyle,
You're overdue.
You're not wrong. And when I think about a new caliber, I automatically go, well, there's another set of dies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I ordered a new one 2 weeks ago.
Uh-oh.
did you?
What flavor?
45.
Yeah, kind of.
What'd you do?
4.5 what?
454.
Yeah, there you go. I knew there was a number missing there.
Yeah. We've all got 45s. I got 45 Colts, 45 autos, 45 this, 45 that.
You ordered a Casul.
You already ordered the size for that pistol.
Yeah, the Casuls have gotten out of control. Crossfire. They're like pushing $4,000.
Are they really?
That's insane.
You know, used ones are running close to $3,000. You know, upper twos. No, I had one. I had one. I bought it in just after the 83s first came out, maybe a couple of years. I paid $1,200 for it. This was in the 90s. And I sold it in 2000 when I sold a whole pile of guns. And I haven't had one since. And then I bought that Rossi lever 454 a couple, maybe 3 years ago. And I always had it in my head, I want another one. And I looked at the price of just more than I want to spend. You know, it's like you can't justify that. It's not even, you can't afford it. You just can't justify it to put that much money and have it in one. You know, it's just, no, I can't do it. So I looked at the BFRs and I was all set to get a BFR, but they went up quite a bit. They're two now, and I can't get one the way I want it. I would have to either buy a custom shop gun to the tune of about $300 or $400 more, or I'd have to buy a production gun, send it in, and spend a couple more $100. So it's just too much money. And then I didn't realize that the Lipsy Special Ruger Super Blackhawk was still available. It's close to 10 years old. I think it was 15 or 16 that it was released. It's a Lipsy Special, and but it's still available. You look on Gunbroker, and they're still popping up. So they're making them and releasing them. You look on the website, and they're all allocated, and all that means is that it's somewhat popular, and it's going to higher production, higher monetary level customers of Lipsies. You know, it's not the Joe Schmo who orders one gun a year or 5 guns a year isn't going to get it. You know, it's somebody who spent like 20, 30,
my local
40
guys
grand.
on the list too for my local guys on the list for a Lipsies special. It's a 41 mag Bisley.
Yeah.
And he can't get it.
It's a nice gun too. I thought about one of those, but they're a short frame, short cylinder. That's not me. I want a big heavy bullets long, so I don't want a short cylinder gun. It's not a carry thing for me so much. It's a heavy bullet gun.
Yep.
So I went to a place here in Connecticut that's the biggest Ruger dealer, probably in a few states. He's really, really big. He buys direct from Ruger, and of course he can't get it either. He just got to go through Lipsies. He's a big, they spend tens of thousands through Lipsies. So I'll get it there. It just may take me a month or so, but I'll get it from them. So I picked up another double diamond rig I got coming. I picked up a couple of molds that we were talking about earlier. I just ordered a spring kit, and I ordered a pair of grips last month. So I got all the fancy stuff. It's going to be a Grail gun, something I've wanted for a while. And
a good friend of mine.
I'll run it hot Ruger level loads, but I've always liked it. I'm not afraid of recoil. Recoil doesn't really bother me, but I don't need it, full horsepower. Those are 65,000 psi loads in that.
Yeah, it's hot.
I mean, that's pushing some hot stuff. And I don't need that for most stuff I'm using. So I'll load some and be fun to try them, but I'll shoot it.
If anybody's
I'll shoot 40,000 loads, 40,000 PSI loads.
if anybody's interested, by the way, if this comes to fruition, y'all will be the first to know. But I had a young customer that says he's going to have to clear out some of his stuff he's not shooting. And I'm thinking to myself, you're awful young to be saying that, but whatever, keep talking, keep yakking. And he said, a Ruger 3-screw and 41 Magnum Blackhawk.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I got me one of them.
Yeah. That, if he, the problem is I think he looks at the computer a little bit too much. So I don't think me and him will be able to get together where I can get it and then actually make some money off of it. But if
Mine's
I could get it reasonable.
Mine's a first year production.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
If I could get it reasonable, I'd offer it up here for anybody that would like it. He also has a old or original Vicara Blackhawk and 45 Colt. They're both 7.5-inch barrels though. See, if you don't like those Matt Dillon guns, then I'm sorry. But
A good friend of mine that I met here in Georgia, he moved out to Vegas after I moved out there, and he started working for Wild West Guns, making 458 lots. And he was like, "Hey, you want one of these?" And he showed me some pictures. I'm like, "Damn, that's beautiful." Just nice lever guns, And he goes, "I can sell you one complete for about $4,800." I was like, "No, thanks." He goes, "Or I can send it to you piece by piece, and you can put it together." He said it'll save you about $2,500. I was like, "Oh well, maybe, but no, I don't need a 458 lot." I just
y'all know Hamilton Bowen is retired.
Oh yeah.
He's still doing backlogs of stuff. I just found that out a couple weeks ago, but I had to go watch a video of a guy shooting a 475 line ball. That is I'm
It's a
not,
nice cartridge.
Yeah, it's a nice cartridge. It's a freaking wrist breaker.
They're not as bad. They're less than a 454 Casull. They only run mid 40,000 psi's. They're a big heavy bullet, but they're like the 4E Ruger.
It's like a lap
nice
dog.
Cartridge. The 500 GRH
dog of recoil.
That's a nice shooting cartridge.
That's a big cartridge.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah.
It's like the 50 Smith & Wesson. You can load it as hot as you want to, or you can make it manageable. I mean, shooting a 445 grain projectile out of a 8-inch barrel, you can make it a wrist breaker if you want to, or you can make it friendly enough where your wives won't shoot it.
Well, that's why I like that JRH. That 500 JRH is really, really nice shooting caliber. It's a short 500.
Right. Yeah, we played around. I took my 4-hole turret press down to the shooting property, screwed it to the damn picnic table, and we started loading rounds right then and there. And we developed a load that was actually fun to shoot. I think that's the most that pistol's ever been shot at one time.
Got garage guys out there. Rallis Carvelis showed up.
Rallis showed up. Edward Petty showed up.
Rallis, you need to get with Alaska One Andy and GGW Outdoors. They load 22 ARC. So
But yeah, I'm serious. I was over getting new calibers, especially after the 300 blackout came along. And then all these other wild things came out. And 4570 has been around for a very long time. But I saw that gun, I was like, I think I might need one of those.
It'd sure be fun to, do some casting and loading for,
Oh yeah.
Get out and shoot.
That's a good philosophy there, Mr. Bob.
And the great thing is, Walter, I have a wife that would love to get out and shoot with me.
Yep.
Yeah. I haven't been wanting a new caliber in a while, but that 400 Legend has intrigued me a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying mine.
Seeing it in action, it's even worse, man.
I've seen the 350 Legend cartridges. I've never seen a loaded round. It's like, that's a little bitty cartridge. It ain't very big to me. Just didn't.
Yeah, they're not really long. I mean, they're 2265. They're 2 to 3 length. They're AR magazine length.
That 400 kind of intrigues me.
I went through too much with the 300 blackout as far as not being able to find components and this, that, and the other, having to make my own brass and all that. I'm like, why are people continuously coming up with these new calibers? Let's just improve on what we got.
You should be happy you can do it. You can't make 400 Legend brass easily.
Well, you know what I'm saying? It was just, man, every time I turn around, it's like getting kicked in the butt,
I know, Kyle, but man, like, I love a 10 millimeter and I love 300 blackout. And
does anybody need some 10 millimeter? I got like 75 to 100 pieces of brass. I don't even have one.
I love 10 millimeter. I know people will cuss me over this, but I'll pick it over a 45 ACP any day.
Okay.
I like shooting it. I've only got one firearm in 10 millimeter. They're just, we don't get to have a lot of them here in California. There's only 2 that are approved. And
well, Hillbilly, if you need some brass, hit me up. I'll send you what I got.
Well, you're talking about
I have no need for it whatsoever.
You're talking about this new stuff. You said you shot 300 blackout. I'm about to experiment with 8.6 blackout. Look at the size difference in the
Blow
box.
them up, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Blow them up, Jimmy. Holy.
300 blackout, and I just realized there's a price tag. Sorry. And 8.6.
So what does the 8.6 go for right now?
We can't
quite
say.
a few numbers.
What to start with? First digit.
Box, there's a 6 and some zeros.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And that's 20 rounds.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Glenn, CW found some projectiles for 400 Legend. And,
yeah, they're out there. But they're not cheap.
No, they're not. And not 6, 350 Legend is basically a little bit longer than 357 Max.
Yeah, it's basically a full 223 case.
Yeah, I know what it is. I mean, that's
but with a 2,000 smaller bullet diameter.
What's that? I thought I had some 350 Legends sitting here, but it must be over on the shelf.
And they were
I've
real
seen the
good
350 Legend before, and it's like this cartridge just don't do nothing for me.
I've seen it work on deer, and
it shoots. Yeah, it works good. Yeah,
it'll work on deer, no doubt.
I was hot for it because I was such
I mean, just looking at the cartridge to me is just like doesn't excite me at all.
I was big Maximum. I found out about the Maximum about 84, 85, right after it was released. I think it released in 83. And I've had 3 or 4 guns in it, and I think I'll always have a Maximum of some kind. I love the Maximum. I've shot all kinds of deer with it, pigs with it, targets with it, steel with it. It's a great caliber. And when the Legend come out and it was advertised to be what it was, I was hot for it in a big way. I tried to get the very first Ruger in, and I couldn't get it. I had to wait a while. Finally, I got a Ruger in it, and it was such a letdown when I found out that it was a 9mm. I can't even chamber 357 bullets in it. I can't use any 357, 358 bullets in it. They don't work. They won't fit in the gun. I was really, really, really deflated. And then I just remembered that, hey, I'm a bullet caster. Bullet diameter is nothing but a sizing. And I started sizing down bullets in lead, and I found a couple of loads that are just tremendous. And I shot, I don't know, maybe half a dozen deer with it. They go right down. They don't complain at all.
Nope.
It works really good.
Yep.
But you're right. It's kind of mediocre looking. It doesn't really do anything for you. I mean, the bigger 35s, even the 35 Remington, it's got a little shoulder on it. It's got a nice looking case. It just doesn't. It's too long and skinny for what it is. The Maximum looks better. It's a little more proportionate. It just doesn't do a lot for you looking at it. But the 400 Legend, it's shorter. It's like a really long 10mm, but I don't know. It's got a good look to it, and it's got really good performance. You look at what it does. A little over 200 grain bullet at 2,350 feet per second. Yeah. And you say, oh well, my 3006 does this, my 308 does this, my 6.5 Creed does that. But you look at some cartridges like the 35 Rem is advertised at about 21 for a 200 grain, and in reality, it's not that fast. It's 2050, 2030. And this is 23. The 375 Winchester was a really good hot one, and that's 22 with a 250, 2150. So the 400 Legend is no slouch for power.
No,
and it's a 40 caliber.
But just 400. For the record, my 35 rims are definitely 2,100 feet per second.
Yeah, hand loaded. I'm talking factory stuff, just factory. Because my 400 Legends are 26.
Yeah,
because I'm shooting them in a bolt, so I'm loading them up. You can do that with a stronger gun, but you got to remember a lot of these straight walls are designed for ARs, so you got to keep the pressures down and low. You don't.
So you're ready for the verse of the week?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't lose that thought, CW. We're going to come back to that. We're to the 9th commandment in Exodus chapter 20, verse 16. Thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor. Okay, and I hope Walks is out there. In the Jewish community, that was a really big deal. This was because they had to have 2 witnesses for their justice system, and their justice system required capital punishment. They believed in expelling the evil from amongst Israel. So John MacArthur there says, justice is not served by any untruthful testimony. Practically all societies have recognized this principle and adjure all witnesses in courts to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Y'all have heard that before. If you've ever been a witness in a trial, you've had to put your hand up and swear to it. So the primary sense of this command has to do with the legal process, obviously. Yet it is common to speak in an informal court where what we say is taken seriously and truth or error matters for us and for others. In an extended sense, we can break the 9th commandment through slander, tale-bearing, creating false impressions by silence, by questioning the motives behind someone's actions, or even by flattery. There's this dude named Redpath, and he says slander is a lie invented and spread with intent to do harm. That is the worst form of injury a person can do to another. Compared to one who does this, a gangster is a gentleman. A murderer is kind because he ends life in a moment with a stroke and with little pain. But the man guilty of slander ruins a reputation which may never be regained and causes lifelong suffering. About tale-bearing there, he said, tale-bearing is repeating a report about a person without careful investigation. Many times I have known what it is to suffer with that. To repeat a story which brings discredit and dishonor to another person without making sure of the facts is breaking this commandment. How many people, especially Christian people, revel in this and delight in working havoc by telling tales about others? To excuse the action by saying they believed the report to be true or that there was no intention to malign is no justification at all. Same guy. Inappropriate silence may also break this command. When someone utters a falsity about another and a third person is present who knows that statement to be untrue, but for reasons of fear or being disliked remains quiet, that third person is as guilty of breaking this law as if he had told a lie. So there you go.
There's that.
The New Testament puts it simply, Colossians 3:9. The Apostle Paul writes, "Do not lie to one another, since you have put off the old man and his deeds." Lying and false representations belong to the old man, not to the new life we have in Christ Jesus. But Satan is always there to encourage a lie. And Jesus himself was the victim of false witness in Mark 14:57. In some ways, we might say this was the sin that sent Jesus to the cross. Mark 14:57 and says, "Then some rose up and bore false witness against him." So that's our verse of the week. We got any questions or comments?
That's pretty much straightforward.
Not always easy to follow like the rest of them. We have to work at it, but there's no misunderstanding about what's meant by that one. It's real simple.
Well, I think the original form there, when God spoke this to Moses, it was about telling a lie that would get a person executed.
Yeah,
I've got personal thoughts about that prophecy right there too, but I'm not going to share them here because I think there's a need for justice for certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't let me have the last voice. I mean, come on, somebody say something.
We're still going to let you finish.
Good night, Walks. Thanks for being here, bud.
Good night, Walks. Talk to you tomorrow.
Good night, Walks.
There's Lever Gun 50. What's going on, buddy? Are you back from Philippines? I guess you are. It's September now.
He'd been on a walkabout. Somebody farted, leaves a silence. Jeez. No, I do believe that justice should be served for the crime that was done, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, well,
it goes.
Governor Cox
throughout
says it's going to happen.
Good. Televise it. Pay-per-view it.
There's something about an eye for an eye that's in there somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've read that somewhere.
You know,
Had
when I
something
was
to do with the tooth. I don't know where an eye and a tooth came into play, but
Yeah.
I think it was in the Charlie Daniels song. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that must have been it. Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Can
on a
you
lighter
imagine it? Can you imagine if you were in the crowd there when Moses was laying all of this out, and you were in that batch of folks that was there hearing this, and then seeing all the thunder and lightning and hearing all the trumpets blaring and all that was going on associated with that, and those people just all they could think to do is to get the heck out of there.
Yep, time to go. Gotta go.
And depending on which version you read, it's they either removed themselves, but basically it all comes to an end. Let's hightail it out of here. This is some scary stuff. We don't know how to process this, and I think it took some thinking and some
that's
some
the good
preaching.
part. That's the good part, Walter. People didn't know how to process things back then because everything was happening so fast. It was like, whoa. And it's kind of like, what are you doing now? You're trying to process everything, and it's happening so fast, and you're like, whoa. So everybody just whoaed.
Yeah. Well, and they needed guidelines, and there it is.
Therefore, you have them. It's kind of like you. Every Wednesday at 6 o'clock in the morning, you give me guidelines on wad cutters.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you may not believe me, but I really do enjoy those.
Man, I do. I jump up. I get ready and get me a cup of coffee and sit down and watch it.
I've actually got quite a few of your 44 wad cutters loaded up that you sent me. Very humbly of you and unasked for, but appreciated. I've got quite a few of them loaded up, and I can't wait for Jamie to meet me on a Wednesday or Thursday, but now that school's back in, it's probably not going to happen, to shoot them.
Well, you work on Saturdays, don't you?
Yeah. I'm off on Wednesdays and Thursdays. That's it.
Oh, man.
Find out what days that civilian marksmanship thing is open.
Monday through Saturday.
Okay.
I think.
Well,
I
that's the
think
reason
say you could.
look at this. Can you see these?
We could go up there on Wednesday. If Jamie could take off.
Prismatic purple. Prismatic purple, man. Oh, I'm sorry, Sinbad purple.
Yeah, I like that one.
Britches.
Nice.
Man.
That is
That's
a
a lot
pretty color. Walter, I thank you for recommending that. That covers really well.
It is. It's a good one.
You say Sinbad purple?
Sinbad purple from Prismatic.
I can't wait. I'm sure my wife will love to see another color of powder coat come into this house.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun,
Well, my thing is, I enjoy doing what I do and all that stuff, but every now and then she finds my stash and she's like, "What is this?" I have to be kind of quiet when I'm saying this because she's upstairs.
I think I've got about 5 or 6 more years of casting and coating in the bronze chrome.
That's the color. I like that bronze chrome a lot.
It's a great color.
Walter. That's a Walter introduction too.
Y'all say hey to Chad Kelly. Hey, Chad Kelly.
There he is.
Hello, Senor Kelly.
I've almost emptied that Sinbad purple that I've got.
There we go.
Time to reorder.
I've got to
so much
reorder.
powder coat. I could powder coat my house. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not even lying. If I could figure out a way to shake it,
You have to buy a bigger house to shake your littler one in first.
Uh,
I think the price of the toaster oven you'd need would be a little prohibitive for you.
oh no,
Yeah,
I got
well,
a
yeah.
leaf
Hard to
burner.
get that
I got
house in that
plenty of
toaster.
propane. I got plenty of propane. I'll just
I don't
throw
know.
it
Yeah.
on
Well,
there and burn
if
it
you
on
lived
there.
in Texas, you just put it outside for
Yeah, it'd
a
work
couple
fine.
hours.
It'd be all set. Yeah.
Move it
Well,
back to
it's the
Vegas.
same in Georgia, but the humidity plays a factor there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, we get to 110, you know.
I gotta jump. I gotta go over on Chad's show.
Okay, Mike.
They're going live from the gun range tonight, so
Oh,
Oh, boy.
Lord.
I need to jump over there and make sure that all the communications and all that.
Are they
They're
going to
going
go
off
live with guns?
Hasbro. He's got his RV down there. They're going off his Starlink, so you gotta make
Well,
sure that
keep your eyes keen and make sure ain't nobody doing anything stupid.
what you got coming up, bud?
Ah, man, we got Guns Bearing Therapy tomorrow night. If you ain't done nothing, swing by and see us. And then, of course, we got videos coming out every week. So, anyway, thanks for having me on, fellers. Appreciate and love each and every one of you. Great, always great panel, great side chat. So fun to be on here.
Love you, Mike. Good to see you.
I got your
Love you,
text,
Billy.
Mike. I got your
Y'all
text.
take
Mike.
care.
We'll
And CW, I sent you a text message
talk. I
earlier.
got it. We'll talk.
Okay.
Night, Mike. Take care.
We'll see you.
Brother.
Bye.
God bless.
See you, bud. And we got the link right here. And it's in the side chat if y'all want to go join him later. We appreciate all y'all hanging out with us tonight. Mark, you ain't said much, dude. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I was afraid if I said anything, I'd get kicked off again. That's all what happened.
Well, it wasn't by me, man. That was StreamYard.
Yeah, it was doing weird stuff tonight. But hey, I'm glad I made it. Thanks for having me. It's been wonderful. I don't know what I'll get to film in the future. We're still just kind of finishing up cross country season. Been doing really good. And well, when I post something, you'll see it. So thanks for having me. Good night, everybody.
Good night,
Thanks
man.
for being here, brother. Walter, you want to go next?
Sure. Well, we got Moldy Monday coming up. Got another good one on there for you guys. And we got the second half of that really nice, great big humongoid wad cutter that we started last week on Wednesday. The second half of that went out and shot that.
Yes.
Shot it out of the 45 Vaquero, Ruger Vaquero, Bisley. That was a lot of fun. And so that's going to be Wednesday. And I got a couple more videos I'm working on. I might get an additional one out this week. I got a free the few that I need to do. I got, where I got 18 bullets left in the container or something. So I got to go shoot them up before I cast any more of that one. So that's what we're going on. I was sorry to be late. I did have a good day today, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here and spend some time with you folks. And let's see, I think if I'm going to leave you with something, I'm going to leave you with a thought from Charlie himself, who reminded us that when the conversation stops, that's when the violence starts. So let's kind of keep him in mind and not let ourselves get off track and drive off to the left with that patch over there. Let's keep her cool and keep calm and
Maintain the
think things
heading.
through. Yep.
Maintain the heading. Keep
Yep.
your bearings in mind, people. Keep your
Yep.
bearings in mind.
Well, that's what we got going on over here this way. Six, what's happening up your way, buddy?
Oh, we got a video coming up Sunday for Airgun Sunday. It's repairing something, but it's still airgun related. I brought 3 more videos already posted up for Airgun Wad Cutter Wednesday.
Woohoo!
So got those already done. I got 2 tins of them, new ones in this week, and I got ordered 4 more this morning. So I got 6 more tins of different pellets to try out. I got to get out and test out my new air rifles that I picked up. One of them y'all have actually already seen I've already shot it before on video, so got that going. Cowboy shooting in the morning, so I get
Good
ready. So that's it for me. How about you, Rebel?
Just think about peace, hug the people you love, and trust in the Lord. That's all I got to say. Kyle?
Well said, brother. Well said. All I want to do is say thank you to the side chat. Y'all have made tonight, as usual, a blast. Cutting up with everybody in the side chat. It's been awesome. Gave us things to talk about. I'm sorry we didn't have a whole lot of material to cover and all that due to the recent events that had happened, but everybody had played along very well. I appreciate that. And this is why we do what we do on Fridays. The only thing I'm going to do is play around with some New Mexican hatch chilies again tomorrow and take care of that. And 6, stick around after we're done because I got a couple of questions for you about air guns and stuff.
All right.
Other than that, I'm going to throw it to Bama Dad. Hello, Bueller.
Bama Dad.
Okay.
Martin, wake up.
I was petting my dog.
A likely story.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah.
I'm not touching that.
Don't, please.
Looks like you just were.
Oh,
Or the verse of the week lasts a long time in this crowd, doesn't it?
Boy, it didn't.
Trying to
Well, it's
stay on
getting
the
late.
high road. Trying to stay on the high road. I got to do something about putting these together. And that's going to start. Now I may start on it tomorrow or Monday. I got to load up some 300 PRC. I tell you what, a pound of powder doesn't go very far with that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, 78 grains.
Yeah. It's 100 rounds, less than 100 rounds out of a jar.
Sounds like my 458. My 358 Norma. She's drinking about 80 grains a shot.
So yeah, this is anywhere between 78 and 79. So I'm going to play with a few loads in between there and take it to the range, see which ones it likes. And we'll see how it shoots. I'm eager. I'm ready to see it. I'm ready to shoot it.
I'm anxious to hear how it does too.
Is that a compressed load?
It will be test loads. I'm gonna load up about 20 and three different weights of powder.
He said compressed loads. No, it won't be.
Oh no, no. There's not a lot of headspace for powder. I just weighed out powder and poured in the case and looked at it, and it's literally not a ton.
Wow.
Not a lot of space. So we'll see. I'm anxious. I've never had a Magnum rifle, so I'm eager to shoot it.
It sounds like it's going to be fun.
If my buddy will come down from Georgia and we should go shoot it.
Yeah, I got to get some 6.5 Creedmoor test loads. I got a new powder. I'm wanting to try this 300 PRC, Glenn. I've got one of those Midwest powders that I want to try in 6.5 Creedmoor. But let me get some of those loaded up and we'll go. hopefully a Thursday when I can bring Kyle and he'll quit whining on live stream.
Oh, come on.
That'd be
Bingo.
fun.
I'm not whining. I'm not whining. Hell, I'll drive. Come on.
Well, they don't have 1,000 yards, but they've got 600. So, with about
Have fun.
with a nicer setup than what they have up at, as far as the targets and stuff, they're supposed to be the nicer ones. They ordered everything in from somewhere over in Europe. So I know everybody that shot up there said there's not another range anywhere in the country like it. So we'll see.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too. So, CW, what you got coming up this week, bro?
Well, let's hope it's a better one.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a lot worse, but I know it's going to be a upturn for me. I got an order in this week for a powder called Trail Boss. I don't know if you all saw, but it was available.
It's back in stock.
Yeah, it was available.
Wow.
And I tried to get it from one of the suppliers, but I was too slow. But I realized that Hodgdon had it direct for only a couple dollars more a bottle. So I just splurged and grabbed a couple bottles.
Just do not crush the donuts.
I actually still have, I think, 2 bottles or a bottle and a half. I've been miserly using it, but saving it because I wanted to save it for suppressor use because it's such a nice subsonic powder for so many calibers.
Yeah.
And,
Well, it is the Christmas time. You can be a curmudgeon.
So
Well, I'll tell you, I called them last week and I asked them about Rotumbo and H1000 because both of them are out of stock. And I said, which one? I said, when are y'all going to have it back in stock? And they fessed up. They told me that the government has bought everything.
Wow.
That they're buying, and they're fulfilling. They're going to fill those contracts way before they get to consumer level.
Mm-hmm.
And it's simply because of their big bore guns, the 50 cal, and
it's really nothing new.
it's
the production has been such with other powders that they don't run them all the time. So, a lot of times it overlaps and we never see it. But just things have changed so much, and look at the production rates of primers. We only just recently started seeing the large sizes coming back around because we even had a lot of cartridges going to all small primers. So now we've got a whole bunch of calibers that used to be large that are small primers, and it was done because of production of primers. So it's just
That's
a
why I'm
progression.
glad I've got my bucket of small pocket 45 ACP.
It's just the progression of things. So anyway, it's available again. So keep your eyes open. I recommend you just look at Hodgdon Direct because Hodgdon's going to have it before the suppliers do. So
they're out of the 2-pound size, but they got the 9-ounce bottles, and there's not a whole lot of advantage as far as price goes.
There's no change in price. It's the same price you buy a 2-pounder, you buy a 1-pounder. So there's no going from Hodgdon. There's no. But and it's not cheap, but it's not awful. So
it's not any worse than anything else, really.
No, it's really not. But remember, when you buy, you're not buying a 1-pound bottle. You're buying a
9-ounce. Yeah.
But it's full. It's a full 9-ounce bottle.
Yeah.
For videos, I got 3 videos coming out this week. I got a new caliber for my channel. I've had it for a while. It's actually my second rifle with this caliber through the years. It's a 7-08 Remington, and it's a dandy. It's a good one.
Nice.
On the range, it's a good video. And I got another 400 Legend video coming out. That'll be out at the end of next week. And then I got a Blade Friday video, which I haven't had in a while, but I had one today. So today was my first one in a while. And then I'm going to have a couple more because I got a couple of more knives I picked up. So it's going to be good. I hope to get to the range here. I'm supposed to go to the range with Ricky because he's back here in Connecticut. We're supposed to go one day this week, I think, or next week, I should say. So I'll have some video with that. We'll have a good time. I don't know what I'm going to have loaded up, but
Killer.
I got been doing a lot of casting with these 2 new molds, and we talked a little bit about it before, but I didn't want to crowd in. But I was able to get these things cleaned up and casting way faster than usual. Usually, I have to do a number of bakes to get the oils out and clean them and brush them and scrub them and go back in again and try casting and nope, it doesn't work, and go back in for another seasoning. And no, one seasoning and one trip on the hot plate, and maybe a couple of drops from the mold of casualties of scrap.
The way it should.
Good. So really, really good. Really, really pleased. But they're both 200, 300 grains plus. They empty a pot quick. But I have good things, and I can't wait to get that pistol. I'm not going to get too excited because it could be a month or 3. But it'll be on the channel as soon as I get it, and I'm excited about it. It's going to be a good one. It's not a regular Blackhawk. It's a special gun.
Cool.
So, there's a number of videos out there. It's nothing special. It's been out for, like I said, 10 years almost. So it's nothing brand new, but it's new to me and probably new to some of my viewers. So I'll do a video on it, and we'll talk all about it, and we'll take it to the range, and we'll have a good time. So I used up all your time, Jama, but I'll hand it over to you.
Well, I'm looking forward to that, and I hope I get to shoot it soon.
I hope so too.
I'm a revolver freak.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, thank y'all for being with us this evening. We hope the Lord blesses y'all real good. There's the link to Chad's show in the comments. And man, if the Lord's willing, we'll see y'all again back here next Friday night at 8 o'clock. Say good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.